Good afternoon, one and all. Warm welcome to all the participants. We, the fraternity of Department of Commerce, Kaylis S. Nijringappa College, welcome you for this faculty enrichment program. Our today's resource person is Ms. Nandini B.R., corporate trainer and faculty by profession, who is going to enrich your knowledge in e-accounting.
Good afternoon, participants. I welcome you all for this e-faculty enrichment program. This faculty enrichment program will help you to understand about the concept of ERP and accounting through ERP. So, as you all know, today's concept of e-faculty enrichment program is business accounting in ERP. So let me start with the introductory part of what is business accounting ERP and how we are going to record the transactions through ERP software. So basically business is nothing but trade and commerce, and it is an activity or an event of providing goods or services to the customers. And if we speak in the viewpoint of nature of business accounting, the business is an organization in which the basic resources such as labor, materials are assembled in the process to provide goods or services to the customers. The main motto is that to earn the profit in the business, right? So this is a business usually we used to term, right? So then what is accounting is all about? Accounting is nothing but recording the business transactions in the books of accounts of company through ERP system, right? So this is accounting process. Then what is ERP is all about? What is ERP? Then how does ERP has been emerged? So as we all know, ERP is an enterprise resource planning. This enterprise resource planning is a software architecture that facilitates the flow of information among the various different functionalities within a business enterprise. So then how does the functionality of enterprise resource planning do really functionate in the business or in the organization, right? So this ERP is a system where it enables the organization to integrate all the primary business in order to enhance their business functionalities very efficiently and effectively and maintain a competitive position in the market. So before ERP, actually ERP it has been evolved from the system known as MRP2, that is manufacturing requirement planning. What is basically manufacturing requirement planning is all about? How they have been developed this, right? Manufacturing requirement planning was developed for as a manufacturing software to overcome with the limitations of MRP. So before MRP2, MRP was being introduced, as even that was a limitation for the process for to maintain the components and materials within the organization. So even they have been followed with MRP2, where they have been focused on the production or control activity, but its data and processes are not integrated with the areas of finance, HR or marketing. The main thing integration process which takes place in this organization or in this business, which it is going to give a real-time progress report for the business. Hence, to overcome with this integrated process of business, enterprise resource planning was developed and introduced. So this hence enterprise resource planning facilitates the information sharing, integration across the various different functions and to operate the enterprise more effectively and efficiently with one database, with one application, and with one interface for the entire company. That is recording of transactions, functionalities through ERP, that is computerized accounting. So what is then computerized accounting? How it is going to give an entire result? Yes, this computerized accounting which helps the business to manage a big financial transactions, data analysis and every transactions to be recorded through computerized using ERP software. So hence in today's class sessions we are going to learn about the ERP and how to record the business transactions through accounting package software using ERP. Before proceeding to that practical session, I would like to explain you few objectives of ERP. Right? Okay. So what is the beneficiary or objective or need of this ERP? Right? So the main objective is integration and managing all your financial and accounting needs with ERP, right? So the main motto of introducing ERP is only for integration process, focusing on the integration, managing the financial reports, everything within the business. Hence, it is one of the beneficiary or objective, right? Next, the second, managing of billing process, payments of receipts of the customers. Main thing, it is been beneficiary in the field of trading concern, manufacturing concern and service organization for the process of billing, payments and generating of various reports of business within the organization. Even it is also one of the beneficiary. And even the other thing, if we want to speak, it is round the clock access, qualitative data, quality information and data of financial information. It is going to give access in that also. And finally, we can also say that main objective is that integrated plus automated data across the organization. That is real-time data synchronization to the data quality of the business, right? It means flexibility of generating any reports at every time and any time, that is round the clock we used to name that as, right? And information, generating of information and creating any reports or every reports in this ERP software, that is computerized accounting. So with this introductory part of today's faculty enrichment program, so we are going to proceed with the practical oriented session of today's program, that is computerized accounting through software called Tally ERP9. So with this introductory part, in today's program, I would like to teach you the basic concepts, how to record the transactions, accounting process, how to generate the various management information system reports through ERP9 software called Tally ERP9. Hope you all clear with this introductory part. Next, let us proceed to the practical oriented session.
Yes, participants. So let us move forward ahead with a practical session of recording of various accounting transactions in using a software Tally ERP9. So in this program, I am going to train you about how to create the basic concept of accounting through this ERP software, that is creation of company, ledger creation, voucher creation and accounting transactions, and how to record, generate an invoice and by applying the GST transactions. Clear all? Okay, further proceeding into the level 1, that is first thing, creation of company. So here you can find a screen here, that is we are in the gateway of Tally, that is company information screen. Basically any organization, before recording of any accounting related transactions through ERP software, first initially we have to create a company. So that creation of the company will be available in the company information screen. From this company information screen, select create company option. So here you can find a create company creation screen. At the left hand side at the top you can find we are in the company creation screen. Okay, so here we are going to input the details and the information of company, that is organization. So the name field, first we are going to record or give the input of organization name. Okay, so I'm going to give an input of Royal Walmart Limited. So this is my company. Okay, so next go to the next ribbon, that is mailing name. So here you can find the primary mailing details. The whatever you will be giving a input in the name, the same thing will be reflected here. So the next ribbon you can find here, go to the address field. Here I am going to give address, where does your company or a business resides. So I am going to give Rajaji Nagar. Okay, so here this is address field, you have to give input of your business address. Here country, so in this field you are here, you can see the list of many countries. Okay, so where does your business resides, you can select as a India. And the next ribbon, it is specifying a state. So here we have n number of states, you can select the particular state. If you press alphabet, the starting alphabet of that state, you will be appearing, the options will be appearing on the right hand side. Select that particular state and proceed further. So next here there is an option of pin code. Please give a input of pin code of your business resides. So next, contact details. This contact details where you have to give your company's information of your contact details like phone number, mobile number, fax number, email ID and website, whatever they have been provided here. So whatever it is available in your business requirements, you can provide the details in the below specified field. Okay, for example, I'm just showing you how to give a input. Okay, so next, moving into the next step, here you can find this books and financial year details. Financial year beginning from, that is how the annual period of financial year, how we are going to record the books of accounts of our company. By default it specifies the annual period. Okay, so that is book beginning from. So here you can find the security control, Tally Vault password. What is this Tally Vault password is all about? Giving the security control, that is password to the company, where it is going to be encrypted in terms of stars. Here you can find, I'm showing you an example. Whatever I'm going to give a Tally Vault password, here you can see it is specifying in terms of stars. It means that it is encrypted. Once if you forgot this password, until and unless if you bring the technicians, you can't able to disable the password, that is Tally Vault password. So better don't give this Tally Vault password. Further you have to move to this particular security control. Clear? So next, coming to the next process is security control, the next field. So security control is giving the password to the company. Nobody should open the company, only the person have to open the company and recording of transaction in the particular company. If you need this option, you can provide or give a input as yes. Clear? So after this we have a base currency information here. It is all relating to the currency, as our country currency is rupees, INR, Indian rupees. By default it has been setted with the currency information. No need of making any changes in this company creation, and enter accept. At the last you will be getting a pop-up screen of accept. Press enter. Clear all? So here you can find the screen, the main screen of Gateway of Tally, that is Gateway of Tally. Here whatever we have created, the company name it is displaying here, Royal Walmart Limited. Clear? So this is the main screen, Gateway of Tally. Again you have to come back to the company information. The shortcut key which is used is Alt F3, company info. Here you can see. So in this manner, if you want to make any changes in your company creation by changing your contact details of your company or changing or inputting a security control of your company, you can make any changes by altering the company. There is an option in the company information. Go for alter option, select that particular company and make a changes in this particular company, altering of company, and you can make a changes the screen. This is what alter option, altering the company. So for example, in the similar way, the long back around 10 years you have been done with the company and you have run with the company and you have earned with the profit, everything, recording of transaction, right? So and recently you have been winded up with the company. No transaction is there to record that company. In such manner, you can also delete that company from this Tally ERP9 by selecting option alter option. So go for alter option, select that particular company. From this particular company, the shortcut key to delete everything and anything in this Tally app. Alt D is the shortcut key. If you press S, it is going to be deleted, and if you press no, you will be coming back to the screen. Clear all? This is the level 1. First thing, creation of company, altering the company and deleting the company from the screen called company information screen. Hope you all have understood with the level 1 concept of company creation. So next, proceeding into the next second level, the second concept is creation of ledgers. Okay, so how we can create a ledgers? So basically let us know what is ledger is all about and how we can post various ledger accounts in this Tally ERP9. So ledger is a books containing accounts in which classified and summarized information from the journals is posted as a debit and credits, right? So this it is called a second book of entry usually, right? So here you can find here there is a ledger creation format and the question. By showing this example, I'm just starting with, I'll just show you how to proceed with the ledger creation in Tally, right? So as I said, the amount which will be there in the form of debit and credit, how we can post this ledger accounts through this Tally ERP9, right? Here you can find here to create a ledger account from the gateway of Tally, come to the masters. So here from the masters, select accounts info. There is an option called ledgers, and in the ledgers we have two types, that is single ledger creation, multi-ledger creation. So single ledger creation is nothing but where the user can create each and every single individual ledgers every time, and then they can start recording the ledger accounts. Whereas in the multiple ledger, the user can use various multiple ledger accounts at a time and they can create a number of ledger accounts same and at a time. So that is called multiple ledger. So I'm going to show you how to create a single ledger creation. So here if you open this, here you will be getting a screen called ledger creation. Okay, so how to create a ledger? I'm going to show you an example. So this is a ledger creation. So ledger creation will be created with the help of groups. In Tally, mainly we have 28 predefined groups. So out of 28 main predefined groups, it has been categorized into two, that is 15 are primary and 13 are subgroups. So based on this classifying that ledger account under groups, we are going to create a various ledgers. So now I'm going to show you how to create a ledgers. The first item is bills receivable. So in this ERP9, how I'm going to create a bills receivable. So input the particular ledger name in the field bills receivables. Bills receivables, press enter, comes under, there is a groups as I said you, so select that particular group here, comes under current assets. Okay, so here you can give the mailing details of your business organization, country, state. If you are providing any bank details, pin code, whatever it is required, you can provide the details of your business organization. And what is the amount of this bills receivable? Here you can see 5,000. I'm going to give an input of 5,000 in the amount column. So here you can find, once if you accept the screen, every ledger account, single ledger account will be keep on recording as a debit and as a credit in the total opening balance of both the sides, debit and credit. Clear? So this is what ledger creation screen. So similarly we'll be creating another ledger. So let us see ANZ bank account. So ANZ bank account comes under bank account. Select the groups here. Here from the list of the group, select a bank account. So if you give bank account, every details you can here find. You can find all the details, bank account details of IFSC code, bank branch name, bank name, everything it is going to ask. No need to give here. If you are dealing with your live business data, you have to enable all this details. So come here to the amount opening balance of this. So here I am going to give an input of 2 lakh as a bank account. So input 2 lakh as a debit. So here it has been recorded. So debit column. Clear? So similarly we are going to create another ledger account in the name of bad debts. So here again I am going to create another ledger account, bad debts. So it is one of the ledger where bad debts comes under. It is an expenses for the company. Here I am going to select indirect expenses. Bad debts falls under indirect expenses, and here come to the opening balance amount field. You give enter 5,000 as a amount. So here find here whatever I'm going to creating a ledger, each and every ledger account, it is recording in the opening balances. Clear? Similarly I'm going to create another ledger account in the name of capital account. So how does I'm going to create a ledger account? Capital account. So this capital account comes under capital account only. Select a capital account from the screen here on from the right hand side. Enter. I'm going to enable a capital account amount rupees 2 lakh and enter. Accept the screen. So hence it has been credited capital account. So similarly I'm going to create another party name called Sharan Trading Company. Sharan Trading Company. So the Sharan Trading Company comes under sundry creditors. So we are purchasing, it is the amount is on the credit. So hence the credit balance shows as a sundry creditors, and we are going to enable that sundry creditors amount in the under amount column. I am going to enable 10,000. Clear? So this is how I can create a ledger creation. So here you can find whatever I have created a company, the total opening balance, debit side and the credit side, it is 2,10,000. It has been tallied. However, in your company's information or the data, whatever you are going to create a ledger account, it is going to be get tally through this ERP9 software. So this is how you can create a ledger creation. And eventually, if you want to alter any ledger account, you can also alter through this process, that is from alter option, single ledger alter option or multi ledger alter option. You can select the alter option here, and if you press enter, whatever I have created a company so far, created a ledger account, you can make a changes in any of the level and you can change the amount and you can accept. So this is what altering of ledger account. And if you want to view the ledger account whatever you have created, you can utilize the option called display. Go to the display option, all items. So what you can't able to make any changes in the display option. It is only used to view the items or a ledger account whatever you are created. Clear? So this is how you can create a ledger account in Tally ERP9. Hope you are all getting with this points. Okay. So next, moving into the next level is accounting vouchers. What is accounting vouchers and how we can start recording the transactions in the accounting vouchers? So basically, accounting voucher is nothing but invoice or a bill or a receipt we used to call, right? So this voucher, how we are going to record the transaction? Voucher is a supporting document for any of the financial transaction we used to call, right? So how it is a supporting document, right? Any activity, any event which occurs between a buyer and the seller, and where the seller provides any receipt or any bill for the customer for the transaction held between the customer and the supplier, the bill or a invoice is called voucher. Accounting voucher is nothing but the day-to-day transactions, whatever the business records in the books of the company is called accounting voucher. So in this Tally ERP9, we have 22 predefined vouchers. So out of 22 predefined voucher, it has been categorized into 3 steps or the 3 categories: accounting, inventory and non-accounting. So for the program, for the session, just we are focusing into the accounting vouchers. So what are the various different types of accounting vouchers and how we are going to record each and every transaction in the accounting voucher. Clear all? Okay, now let us move ahead for the accounting voucher. From the gateway of Tally, go for accounting voucher. The first default screen you will be getting payment voucher. So now let us see what are the various different types of accounting voucher. The first type is contra voucher. Shortcut key is F4. Here you can find the red ribbon. Right on the screen on the top of the left hand side you can find the red ribbon here, that is contra voucher, shortcut key F4. If you want you can just make a note down of this. And next, payment voucher F5, that is payment voucher, second type. Third, F6 is the shortcut key for receipt voucher. Then F7 is the shortcut key for journal voucher. F8 is the shortcut key for sales voucher. And F9 is the shortcut key for purchase voucher. So totally there are 6 as I have shown you the various voucher type. And there is and even we have another 2 called debit note and credit note. So by default it is not going to show you until and unless you have to enable the option. For enable option from the screen, shortcut key F11 is a feature. From the F1 accounting feature, here there is an option use debit and credit note. You have to make this option as yes. Only be getting that one, that is debit note, credit note is called as purchase returns and sales returns. Now after enabling, if you press the shortcut key Control F9, you will be getting debit note. If you press Control F8, you will be getting credit note. So in this accounting vouchers, mainly we have 8 types of accounting vouchers. Clear? So in this way, I'm going to show you an example to record the transaction in this accounting voucher. So how to record the transaction in accounting voucher? So here you can see the transaction. Just I'm going to go through the transaction and I'm going to show you that how to record in that software. Royal Walmart Limited invested capital of rupees 10 lakh on 1st April 2018. So this is a capital investment transaction. So capital investment transaction, how you can record this, right? So any capital investment transaction will be recording under receipt voucher. So credit will be capital, that is credit will be capital account, select capital account, amount 10 lakh. So enable 10 lakh as an amount in the amount field, and debit what comes into the business, that is cash. Select a cash account 10 lakh. Clear? Here you can find this debit cash account data to capital account. So here you can find you can fill the narration in the narration field being capital invested into the business. Invested into the business. Right? So here you can give the narration. So enter, accept the screen. So your transaction, it has been recorded. So in this way you can record the transaction through accounting vouchers. So next let us proceed to the second one. On 2nd April 2018, the company deposited cash of rupees 5 lakh in SBI Bank. So company deposited cash in SBI Bank. So there is a transaction which appears between bank to cash, cash to cash, cash to bank and bank to cash. Any transactions vice versa which is relating to the cash and bank, we are recording that under contra voucher. Shortcut key F4. So here in this contra voucher, we are going to record the transaction. So credit will be a cash, select cash, amount, how much they have said the amount, 5 lakh they have said. So enter 5 lakh as amount in the amount field, enter. So debit will be SBI Bank. So you have to create a ledger in the name of SBI Bank. In this manner, you can type anything and everything in this particular screen. So hence you have to go for ledger creation only. So from this particular accounting voucher screen, there is a shortcut key. If you press C, you will go to the ledger creation screen, and here you can enable SBI bank account. Okay, so SBI bank account comes under bank account, enter, access screen. So whatever you have created a ledger account, it has been fetched in the secondary ledger creation. Okay, so enter, accept the screen. So 5 lakh, so 1000 into 500, 5 lakh, enter. Being, you can give a narration here, being cash deposited into bank. So this is the narration. You can accept the screen. Clear? So as we have recorded with receipt voucher and contra voucher, right? So similarly, how can you purchase? So similarly, you can record any transaction relating to a journal transaction and sales transaction, purchase, payment transaction. Like this, you can record n number of transactions of business. So here I am going to show you the another transaction, that is purchase transaction. Here you can find the screen, it is totally different, right? So it is not as proper as how we have recorded with the receipt voucher and contra voucher. Here you can find a party name, purchase ledger, name of the item, quantity, rate, right? So this screen, we used to call this screen as a item invoice mode. It is not an accounting mode. So we are not going to deal with the inventory, we are going to deal with the accounting. Hence by default it is going to show you an item invoice mode. To convert the screen from item invoice to accounting mode, shortcut key Ctrl V. So here you can see this accounting mode, particulars, debit, credit. So here what will be the transaction? So let us have a look into the transaction. Okay, so here you can find here 30th April 2018, purchased goods from Akash Traders worth rupees 15,000. Purchase goods from Akash Traders. So who is a supplier? Akash Traders. So you can't create Akash Traders here. So key Alt C, you have to enable the party name. Akash Traders is a supplier, is also termed as a sundry creditors. Enter the screen. So Akash Traders, if you are dealing with your live data of your business, suppliers details is very much mandatory. You have to input all the details of supplier details in here in this address field. Enter, accept. So in the amount column, give an input of 15,000. 15,000, enter. So here, so in the debit field, purchase account. Again, you can't able to create here. Create a ledger account in the name of purchase account. Purchase account always comes under purchase account only. Enter, accept the screen. So same thing will be fetched here in the debit amount column. So here you can give the narration, being goods purchased. It is enough to write a narration, being goods purchased. Enter, accept the screen. Clear? So as we have done with the purchase transaction. So next, sales transaction. How? Here also, especially in accounting vouchers, purchase voucher and sales voucher will be by default, it will be in item invoice mode. That is party name, quantity, rate, amount. This screen we used to call it as an item invoice mode. To convert the screen from item invoice to accounting mode, shortcut key Ctrl V. So now let us deal with the transaction. So here you can find the transaction. 6th May 2018, sold goods worth rupees 10,000 to Sharan Trading Company. So worth rupees 10,000. So sales made to Sharan Trading Company. So what will be the entry? So debit will be Sharan Trading Company, as I have created a Sharan Trading Company in the ledger account. So hence you can select that. Again, once if you create any ledger account, again if you are going to create, it is going to show you as a duplicate entry. Hence I have created the ledger name, a ledger account in the name of Sharan Trading Company I have selected. So now dispatch details, you have to fill all this buyer details. If you are making a sale to the customer from your business, you can input the information in this address field, enter. So here give amount as a 10,000 and credit will become, go for ledger creation and select a sales account and accept the screen. So here the transaction has been completed. Here you can give the narration being sales made. Okay, so like you press enter, accept the screen. Clear? So as we have recorded with contra voucher, purchase voucher, receipt voucher, sales voucher. Okay, so now as we have created with the transactions of accounting voucher, where to view all the transactions of accounting voucher? How to alter the transaction means, from the gateway of Tally, move to the reports. Under reports, see here you can find the reports. In this reports there is an option called display. Enter display. In this display, second option we have daybook. Here you can find in the daybook whatever we have created with the transaction, it is showing, all the transactions is showing in this daybook. If you want to view all the transaction in detail, shortcut key Alt F1. Here you can find all the transactions in detail. Clear? And also one more thing, in this accounting voucher you can also enable the date, in which particular date you can record the transaction. So here you can record the transaction by inputting the date to the particular entry by pressing a shortcut key F2. Here I can't able to insert the date for the transaction because I am running this software through education mode. So if the software is in licensed mode, I can deal with the transactions, live business transactions with up to date entry. I can get reports and generating of reports, flexibility in the entries, transactions, everything. But if I am running through education mode, I can't able to insert the date for the vouchers. Clear? So this is all about accounting voucher. If you want to alter the accounting voucher, again go to the display and go to the daybook, and from the daybook you can select that particular entry, and if you want to make any changes, you can make a changes in the accept the screen. Again it is going to be recorded. Clear? So this is all about accounting voucher. Hope are you all clear with this accounting voucher entries? Yes. Moving into the next level, level 3, that is creation of inventory creation. Right? Okay. So what is inventory basically? For what purpose we are going to create inventory? Inventory is nothing but a stock item, stock level, maintaining of stock level in the business, right? So how to maintain a stock level in the business? Why I have to record the inventory in this particular business? Yes. For example, as I'm dealing with the stationery, so I have purchased various inventories to my stationery to deal with the trading account, trading concern. So in this level of stationery business, I have to purchase a bulk amount of stock items to my business, and I have to start making an entry of creating each one of the stock item. And because I have to generate a stock summary, and from stock summary how much stock items have been made, sold, and what is the profit, what is the standard price, and what is the purchase, that is selling price, all these things in the stock level, that is in the inventory level, we are going to create. Clear? So from this, the third level is recording of inventory creation. So how to create an inventory, right? So from the gateway of Tally, here there is a inventory info option. If you press this inventory info, there is an option called stock item. So if you enter this, you will be getting a stock item, same as ledger creation. Single stock item, as I have taught you, single ledger creation, multi-ledger creation. Go for single ledger creation. So here you can find a small pop-up box stating that stock item creation, right? So in this we can find that how to create a stock item. Before this stock item, we have to enable the options. Enabling of option is through features, company features. If you press F11 features, you will be getting inventory features. In this inventory, there is an option of maintain multiple godowns. Enable this option as S, and maintain stock category. Even enable this option as S, and accept and enter accept the screen. Clear? So for example, now I am showing you how to create inventory creation. Here you can find, I'm going to show you the creation of inventory. So according to this data, we are going to create a inventory. So here for example, first item, as I've said, take an example of, we are dealing with stationery. So how does we can record various stock items in this ERP9, right? So I'm going to just take an example of pen. It is a name of a stock item. Under is an option which represents, it falls under which particular group. Under is nothing but a group. Okay, for example, group belongs to as what we are dealing with. Example, as I've said, stationery. Similarly, if you take an example of stock item of computer, refrigerator, washing machine, in this format, if you take any of the stock item, it comes under group. All three falls under electronic groups. Yes or no? So similarly, pen falls under stationery. Again, you can't create anything here. You have to press or shortcut Alt C. Here you can create stationery as a stock group. Enter, accept. Clear? So category is nothing but a brand name. What are the brand name of this particular stock item? We have in the pen, we have Netraja, Apsara, like that. It is all about a brand name of the product or stock item. So here I am to give Netraj as a stock category, as I have given. Next, units. Coming to the units, how would you measure the stock item? In terms of numbers. Yes, pen I am going to measure in terms of numbers. Similarly, if you take or any grocery items, you are going to measure in terms of kgs. If you take any oil, if you are going to measure in terms of liters. Similarly, of measures, I am going to enable this as a bars. Enter, accept the screen. So how much quantity you have been purchased for your business? For example, I have been purchased 100 quantity of pens. Yes. So here you have to enable 100. So coming to the godown. Godown is a place where the stock item will be stored for the business. By default, here you will be getting a godown as a main location. Apart from main location, you can also create any other godown in form of warehouse or store godown, etc. So here I have created godown. It is in warehouse godown, 100 quantity. So here you have a rate. So here you have to enable the standard rate for how much you have been purchased from the for your business, how much you have been purchased from the wholesalers. So here for example, I have been giving the input of 5 rupees pen. So 500. Accept the screen. Clear? So in this manner, we are going to create a inventory, that is stock item creation. And even there is a option making a setting or option of standard cost. How does it is going to be applicable? How it is going to be applicable of standard cost is through configuring. That is, here you can find the standard cost is nothing but a purchase cost, how much you have been paid to purchase that particular pen and what is the cost of that cost we have been entered there. And even the selling price also, we can make a selling price making a sale of that particular pen for 6 rupees, and hence keeping a profit margin of 1 rupee, the same pen will be sold to the customer. So this is how you can record the entry through stock item creation. So similarly, I am going to create another stock item called pencil. So how I'm going to record, similarly how I have created now. So pencil is a stock item. Once if you have created, here you can find it is already created stationery. Just select that stationery item. Category, it also belongs to Nataraja. Company, brand name, select that. And units also, in terms of numbers, select that units, numbers. Quantity, it is 150 quantity of pencil. Here go down, select as a warehouse, go down. Here the purchase price or the standard price for which amount you have been purchased for your business. One pencil is 5 rupees, so enter 5 rupees, but you are making a sale for 6 rupees, right? Okay, so in that manner you are going to enable, record the transaction through this stock item creation. Clear? So but there will be an option of selling price and the standard price in the form of, in this process of stock item creation. Now if you want to view the stock item creation, where the entry will be recorded, so here you can find from the gateway of Tally, there is an option under report, you have a stock summary. If you go for stock summary, you will be getting a stationery 1250, right? So 100 number of pen purchased and pencil 150 pencil, it has been purchased, standard price as you have been purchased for rupees 5. Okay, so everything, the grand total numbers along with amount you will be getting. If you want to view in detail, Alt F1 is the shortcut key. You can find the report or the summary of stock level through stock summary. Clear this? Hope you're all getting with the steps and process. Yes. Okay, so similarly in that manner, if you want to make any changes, that for that we used to call it as a alter. So here in the stock item creation, go for alter option. Okay, so in this alter option, you can alter changes. Only 2 stock item inventory level I've created. If you want to make any changes in this process, you can make any changes and you can enable accept screen. Clear all? Okay. So this is all about inventory creation. Okay. So moving into the next concept is applying of GST in accounting software. As we are all familiar with the concept of GST, goods and services tax, one tax, one market, one nation. Yes, right? So it has been implemented last 3 years back, right? How the implementation process is moving forward and how the businesses are recording the transactions in their businesses and generating the reports and specifying the level of tax rate of GST and how they are carrying forward with the GST transactions, right? So basically this goods and services tax, as I said, one tax, one market, one nation, and this it has been categorized into 3 types, that is central goods and service tax, state goods and service tax, and integrated goods and services tax. I think that no requirement of explaining you the theoretical aspects of GST, and directly I am moving forward for the practical oriented session of goods and services tax. So for recording of any GST transactions, first we have to enable GST features. So here for enabling of GST features from the gateway of Tally, if you press F11 company features, you will be getting the third option, statutory and taxation, any tax related features. So if you enable this tax related features, here the first option you can find enable goods and services tax, right? This goods and services tax is an indirect tax as it is a destination based consumption tax for any transaction. Now no any other indirect taxes is levied, only GST will be levied as it is an indirect tax, as there is a tagline of one tax, one market, one nation. So here first option we have enable goods and service tax. Enable this option as yes. The second we have set or alter GST details. So even this option you have to enable this as yes. Once if you enable that as yes, you will be getting GST details. So in this GST details you have a option of state. Where does your business resides? Karnataka. Select Karnataka state. So registration type as you are a regular or composition dealer. Regular dealer where the threshold limit of your annual income which exceeds 20 lakhs. You are treated as a registered dealer or regular dealer. Select this regular dealer. SSC of other territory. No. GST applicable from yes. First it is going to specify the financial year, beginning of the financial year date, GSTIN number or union identification number. Here GSTIN is goods and service tax identification number. So here GSTIN number consists of 15 digits alphanumeric number. So I am going to input a 15 digits alphanumeric number. Here you can find here there is a 15 digits alphanumeric number. First two digits which represents the state code. So next digits alphanumeric number which specifies the PAN number of the company, and Z is the identity number of GST. So hence I have enable, because it is a dummy number of GSTI number, it is a dummy number. If you give exact GSTI number of your entity, it is going to accept. So periodicity of GST are one returns, that is filing a returns based on monthly or quarterly. So whatever the option you want you can select here. So it is quarterly or monthly. I'm going to select as a quarterly. So e-way bill is applicable, as it is a e-way bill is applicable for the transaction which crosses above 50,000. You can enable this applicable from, as it is going to show you the periodicity of your financial year. Threshold limit which includes invoice value, or you can, if it is taxable and exempted good value or taxable goods value, no need of making any changes here. And if it is applicable for intrastate or interstate, you can enable this option and you can accept the screen. Clear? So after this, enter, after enabling the GST option, enter enable accept the screen. Come for the transaction of accounting voucher transactions. In this accounting voucher transaction, I am going to show you how to generate a sales invoice. So think that Royal Walmart Limited is generating a GST invoice of whatever they have made a sales to the party. So what will be the transaction? Have a look into this transaction here. Second transaction, please go through this. 15th April 2019, sold the following goods to Tara Traders, Karnataka, with the reference number sales with CGST and SGST. It is an intrastate, that is intrastate outward is sale transaction computer. So let us move forward with the recording this transaction. So here the reference number they have given here, that is reference number sale. So here we are in the sales, we are in the item invoice mode. Just please have a look into this, how we can record the sale transaction. So reference sales 1. So party name. So for whom we are making a sale transaction, Tara Traders. So here you have to enable Tara Traders by creating ledger accounts. So Tara Traders, the party is a sundry debtor or the customer. Select the, for this party we are making the sale transaction, sundry debtors. Here you have to enable the option inventory values are affected, yes. In this party we have Tara Traders a ledger account. In this ledger account we are going to set or alter GST details. You have to enable this details as yes. Before to this, here there is an option called make details option. So here if you are dealing with the live data, you have to input all the details, name of Tara Traders and address. You can give Ganesha block or something. Address you can give where does the party resides, Ganesh block. And you can also give select the country, state Karnataka, pin code also you can give of your particular customer. If they have provided any bank details for the payment, you can enable this option. And if they, even if they are into a business, they can give their company's a PAN number. Even they are the business, even they are the registered dealer, unregistered dealer, you can select the type of regular or unregistered or registered. If they have been provided any GSTIN number, you can give the input of GSTIN number in this field. Okay, so here it is mandatory to select this option set or alter GST details, enter yes. So if you enter yes, here you will be getting GST details of that particular party, Tara Traders. Select as they are the registered dealer, and here directly come to this GSTIN number. If they have provided a GSTIN number, just enter GSTIN number of Tara Traders and you can accept the screen. So it is, as I have said, it is a dummy number, so it is showing you verify the party GSTIN number. If it is a licensed GSTIN number, it doesn't pop up screen, will not. Clear? So first step, you have to create a party name in the name of Tara Traders. Now accept. This dispatch details is very much most important. Clear? What does it is going to represent? Delivery note number. So note number 1, first delivery. So dated, as I've said, we are running with education mode. Date it is not going to accept. Leave that. Coming to the dispatch document number, I'm going to give a certain dispatch document number, where which dispatch document number you are record as per your business, the record number you have to insert here. Next, dispatch through road or airway or train, rail, whatever the way of dispatching through you can give here. And destination is through, where is the destination? I'm going to give this destination is to central part, central manufacturing road. Okay, so enter. So bill of landing, LR, RR number, you can insert here the vehicle through, which vehicle, the vehicle number, everything you have to be inserted in the invoice. If you wanted to insert the detail information of this dispatch details. Order number, I'm going to insert order number. Mode, terms of payment, through cash, to RTGS, through what terms of payment you are going to, there the customer is going to make a payment, you can ensure that, and you have to insert that in the receipt. Other reference, if it is there any other reference, no other references. Terms of delivery, example you can give immediately. Clear? This is all about dispatch details. Right now, buyer details you have to enable in this particular form. So buyer details, where does buyer name Tara Traders, address Ganesh block as I've given, country in the ledger only as I've created all this, and you have to accept the screen. Clear till here? Next, sales ledger. In this sales ledger, you can select a sales. So in this, as I have created a sales ledger before, so now I have just selected the sales ledger. So now what you have to do is, you have to ensure what is this sales ledger. Do we have enabled the GST in the sales ledger? Now let us have a view into this. See, statutory information. In the statutory information, is GST is applicable? It is not undefined, it is applicable. Select applicable in this GST applicable field, set or alter GST, enable this option as yes. So here you can see the nature of transaction. It is a intrastate sales, so hence it is sales taxable. So we are going to deal with the computer system, integrated taxes 18%. Directly you give integrated is combined together, state central integrated tax, it is going to be classified into two, 9% to CGST, 9% to SGST. So integrated tax is 18%, enter. So good, what is that good? Computer, it is a good, select good, enter. Accept the screen. So are you all clear till here? Creation of party name Tara Traders, creation of sales ledger. Now creating stock item. Which particular stock item you are making a sale to your customer Tara Traders? Computers. So hence you are going to create a stock item. Alt C, I am going to create a stock item computers. Computers does not fall under stationery. It belongs to the group electronics. So again I am going to create by pressing Alt C electronics as a stock group. Enter. Next category in electronic, we have n number of brand names like Dell, Lenovo, LG, like this Samsung. We have n number of electronic items. You can give any name here. For example, I am giving Dell computer. Okay, so how do you measure the units in terms of numbers? Enter. This is very much most important concept. Statutory information, tax related information of GST you have to enable. GST applicable for this stock item computers? Yes, applicable. Set or alter GST for this computers? You have to enable this option as yes. So in this computer, the calculation type, it will be on the value of the computer. Is it a taxability? Yes, this is taxable. So what is the integrated tax? Provide 18%. Enter, accept. Type of supply, it is the supplying of goods. And accept the screen. Clear till here? So here, if you want to give any description for the stock item, you can also give by configuring the description for the stock item. Press F12 configuration. There is an option called provide additional description for the stock item. Enter, accept the screen. See here you will be getting a pop-up screen of description. So you can give a description Dell 15 inches Dell Intel i3 core processor, Intel i3 processor. So you can give any description of the stock item, enter, accept. So go down, you have to select which particular go down. As by default I have selected main location. So quantity I am going to select one quantity of compute. So I can see here what is the quantity of the stock item. 50 they have given the stock item, hence I am going to record a 50 quantity of stock item here. And here you can see there is a negative stock of 50 number. Why these pop-up screen? Because I have not yet recorded any purchase transaction. Okay, until and unless if I don't purchase, how can the business can make a sale to the customer? So it is intimating is a negative stock. Just I am showing you the example how you can generate an invoice in the screen. Clear? So not an issue. Just press enter. Next proceed. So rate of the computer. So rate of the computer is 15,000. I am going to enable 15,000 rate of the computer. Enter, accept the screen. Clear till here? So computer is a stock item. As I have given description here, quantity, rate and amount. After this, now come to the tax part. So this item, as I am going to make a sale to the Tara Traders with applying of GST. Now apply GST. So you have to create CGST at the rate of 9%. CGST 9%. CGST comes under duties and taxes. Select duties and taxes, and here types of duties and taxes, select others. Percentage, it has to calculate for 9% because integrated tax 18%, it has been categorized into 9% CGST, 9% SGST. Select the type of duty, taxes on total sales, and here rounding method, select normal rounding. Enter. Here you have to select assessable value calculation based on GST. Yes, for goods, and here method of appropriation, method of calculation is on based on value. Accept the screen. Here you can find CGST at the rate of 9%. As I have not calculated, automatically the tax amount it has been fetched here. So similarly, you are going to SGST at the rate of 9%. So again come to the duties and taxes, select others, 9%, 9% calculation, select total sales, select normal rounding and select GST, and here based on value we calculate. See here you can see I have not at all enabled or inputted any tax amount. Automatically the tax amount it has been fetched. Clear? So in this way provide GST e-way bill details if you want to provide. If it exceeds more than 50,000 you can provide. Okay, so here narration being sold goods to Tara Traders. You can also make a entry of this, the narration Tara Traders, and you can accept the screen. So here you can accept the screen. Done with the transaction. Now let us see how does the transaction it is going to show you in the invoice. Listen here, this is the transaction, sales transaction we have done. Now if we want to generate a sales invoice, so if we want to generate a sales invoice in this manner, there is a configuration also. You can configure by pressing a shortcut key. Alt P is the shortcut key to print. To preview, Alt I is the shortcut key. To configure that, F12 is the configuration. Instead of tax invoice, I would like to give sales invoice. So I would like to give sales invoice. I am going to give sales invoice. Okay, so in the sales invoice, what and all, whatever the field of that particular field, if you wanted to be printed in the invoice, you can select the options whatever it is required. See here there is a option what and all you wanted to be inserted in the print order details. It is already yes. Print item wise GST details, you can also enable this item as yes. And most important thing in this GST concept, HSN and SAC is very much most important. HSN is harmonized system of nomenclature. It is a number for, especially it will be designed for the goods. It consists of 8-digit numerical numbers, and SAC is a code for services, rendering of services, that we used to call as a SAC, service accounting code. Clear? And if you want to specify the tax information and every details of the percentage of this, you can enable here and you can accept the screen. Right? Can you find the invoice here? Have a look into this. Sales invoice, Royal Walmart Limited, the supplier, Tara Traders, invoice number dated. So this is a computer generated sales invoice through ERP software. Clear all? See here description of the goods, you can find CGST, SGST 9%. Amount, in the amount column we can find the tax amount, we can find the amount of the computer, and also you can see it is a computer generated invoice. This is how the business can generate the invoices in their businesses and they can record the transaction applying with the GST concept. Clear all? So this is how you can record any transactions applying of GST for purchase and even for sales account. And if you want the GST HSN code number to be specified in the invoice, even you can make a changes of that, the specification of HSN code, you can make a changes here. See, if you make this option as S, you will be getting a configuration option here, HSN code. There is a configuration option, allow HSN code and SAC code. Make this option as yes. Here you can find the HSN code. Here you can give HSN code 8 numericals, 8 digits numericals of HSN code, and you can accept enter screen. If you see a option, see here you can see here HSN code, it has been specified. So for the specification of HSN code, here you can find here HSN code. Go for configuration. Here you have an option print HSN code. Can you see here print HSN code? Provide this option. Provide this option. If you give a print of HSN and SAC code, it is going to be printed and you can accept the screen. This is how you can make a changes of this, and you can print HSN code and SAC code in this particular invoice. Clear? So this is about applying of GST in the invoices. Are you all clear with this? Okay. Let us move to the last concept, is generating of MIS report. How to view the MIS report, that is management information system reports. What and all we have created, whatever the transaction we have recorded in the books of Walmart, Royal Walmart Limited. So just have a look into the various reports. How does the tally is going to, ERP is going to generate with the various reports. Okay, so from this gateway of tally, come to the reports. So first thing, we'll have a look into a balance sheet. So here you can see the balance sheet. It has been tallied here according to the transactions whatever we have recorded in the books of accounts of company. It is, if you want to view in detail about this balance sheet, assets and liabilities, you can view each one of the assets and liabilities, what is the amount and total. It has been tallied 20,91,250. So in this manner you can see that whether the reports have been tallied, generated, and you can also take a print with the various different reports. Clear? So similarly you can also have a look into the profit and loss account. If you want to view in detail about this, the expenses and the incomes, sales account, opening stock, closing stock, everything, whatever the transactions we have recorded, it has been entered in this profit and loss account, and it is showing you the lump sum amount in this particular report of P&L. So similarly, and also as I have taught you about stock summary, in the stock summary only whatever we have created the stock items, it is going, we can have a look into this stock summary which specify details of stock summary, quantity, amount, rupees, where does it has been stored. Clear? So next we can also have a look into the display. So from display, if you go for day book, as I've explained you in accounting vouchers, right? So in this display day book, whatever the day-to-day transactions we have recorded, we can have a view in this. If you want to view in detail, Alt F1 is the shortcut key, as we have recorded with contra, receipt, sales, a sales voucher, purchase voucher. Like this, we will be having n number of entries and the transactions which will only be recording in the day book. So hence we can have a look into this day book for the further reports. And similarly you can also go to the trial balance of the company. So how does the trial balance of the company will be generated according to the transactions and the ledger accounts whatever we will be creating, and according to that will be, it is going to show you the grand total of trial balance. Clear? So in that manner you can also have a view into various accounts book, cash or bank book, what will be the amount of the cash or bank summary, the transactions whatever we have recorded. You can have a look into this bank accounts. In that bank accounts, ledger account we have been created, ANZ bank account and SBI bank account, it has been created here. The total grand total of this bank account is 12 lakh. So similarly for each and every individual ledgers, each and every individual accounts, purchase account, sales account, inventory book, statement of inventory, all these reports will be generated through this Tally ERP9. So this hence we used to call that as a MIS report, that is management information system report. Clear all? So with this session, hope you're all understood with the session, that is as I have trained you the basic concepts of ledger, company creation, ledger creation, accounting vouchers, inventory creation, how you can apply GST for the transaction, and how you can view the management information system reports. Clear all? So hope you have learned with the basic concepts of ERP software, that is Tally ERP9, and hope you have understood with the session.
With this, I would like to wind up the session by thanking Dr. Arun Kumar B. Sonappanar Sir, Principal, Kelis S. Nijlingappa College, Srimati Dr. Mahananda B. Chittavadagi, IQAC and MCOM Coordinator, Srimati Vimala B.S., Head of the Department, Commerce, Professor Shivkumar M. Sajjan, Convener of E-Faculty Enrichment Program, for providing me this opportunity. And most importantly, I would like to thank my colleague Professor Rakshit R., Coordinator of e-faculty enrichment program and my department members for providing technical support for the session. Participants, your queries will be answered through mail and the feedback link will be available in the description box for 1 hour. So kindly submit the feedback form within the stipulated time. If you are interested to attend further events from our institution, subscribe and follow our channel. For further notification, click the bell icon. Thank you.